Hello, I'm Renita Boyle, and welcome to a book at bedtime, or rather tonight, a story and some poems in honor of Mental Health Awareness Week 2021. Tick follows talk on the clock on the wall. Sweet dreams like postcards begin to fall through the crack in the letterbox. Hydraulic moon, sandwiched claustrophobic between never, never and soon. Hush, my sweet babies, novice of night. Hush now caressed by boundless delight. For threads on the web do spindle to drop down, and fairies do swing. And soft are their kisses upon your sweet face, as surely as wishes are carried by grace. We're going to have a few words from the woods tonight. This poem is called Sigh. A long, deep, audible breath. Sigh. A slight breeze in little trees. A nibble of bark, an exhale of mist. A groan of leaves lying deep in the woods. The weightless touch of a feather. A handful of unspent sorrows, a lingering absence, the hoot of an owl, a tuft of mood and memory, quiet tones of umber, damp needles and slumber, a stream tasting of moss and stories, a sweet ache of lost blue, a blush of birdsong, a restless gust of crows, a faint breath of homeless wind, an echo of stag rut, the footprints of a fox, a keening of hilltop, a whisper of questioning, a little lichen on a rotting log, the wing of a butterfly clinging to its last days, an ember of moon in the hush of evening, a tang of tree sap and wood smoke, a swirl of sodden petals, a wisp of fern, a psalm of lament, deep, long starlight, last summer's nest, a sifting of cones under pines, a small dream, a sacred seeking. Sigh. I grew up in the North Woods of Wisconsin, and I live under the wide, wild skies of Wigtown. And I'm also a lifelong anxiety warrior. And nature has always been a well-being well for me. And so I wrote this story called Stronger Than You Know. Once upon a forest, there lived a girl called Willow. Now, no one knows how Willow came to be in the forest or friends with those who lived there, but friends they were, and at home in one another, as the truest of friends always are. A great and unnamed sadness often settled on Willow, seeping in like the heavy mist that sometimes clings to everything in the woods. Any stretch of time might weep with loss. Though the sun shone yellow as the eye of a daisy and the sky drift blue as the feather of a jay, Willow struggled to overcome the damp and enjoy the ease of contented moments. Sometimes Squirrel brought a basket heaped high with blackberries, raspberries, and hazelnuts. They'd chatter together on a blanket of red maple leaves in some quiet place and nourish one another with their stories. Mouse joined them too, playing long laments and lively reels on wooden flute, while Blackbird warbled the songs most needed for the day. And often of a midnight, Otter enticed Willow out to play at some mischief under the moon. They'd romp along the riverbank, slide in the mud, and swim in shimmering lake until they found themselves floating face up to the stars. On the way home, she might meet raccoon or possum or stop by the pond to visit with Beaver, who reminded her that gnawing on a project is better than gnawing on oneself. As night melted into morning, Willow sang with trilling tree toads and booming bullfrogs. Better days will come, better days will come, better days will come. Such love, thought Willow. Swallowtail often kept Willow company on her journey, flitting from flower to flower, balancing on foamy milkweed stems, gathering goldenrod nectar. And from time to time, the butterfly would flutter from sight to reappear with wide lemon wings, keeping Willow's own thoughts from flitting too far into the future. Dragonfly, too, would hover before Willow's eyes, luminous minty wings so translucent that were she to look hard enough through the blur of tears, she might see things clearly and take the next small step. Such love, thought Willow. Sometimes Willow met Doe in the clearing to nibble on the wind-fallen apples tucked in at the edge of the poplars, pine, and birch. They would leap through long grasses and walk ancient trails. At last they would drink deep from the singing stream as it burbled and rushed over falls along its rocky course. This too shall pass, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. Later, Willow might return to the meadow alone to breathe deeply of the northern air. She'd plant her feet and curl in on herself like the fronds of the fern, to unfurl again and stretch tall among the purple coneflowers. Untamed lupins would release their fragrance while she napped in the lull of bees until soft showers fell to replenish the earth. Such love, thought Willow. She would also find rest in the welcome shade of old oak, who revealed patches of light through tangled mass of glowing crown. She could feel the grounding of hardy roots and always carried the gift of an acorn in her pocket or squeezed it in her hand when in need of courage and strength. Later, she might call upon Owl, who also found hospitality there. They would speak long into the night of the yet unspoken, seeking truth, challenging lies. And in the morning, Spider would help Willow weave new words of acceptance and kindness until she sparkled with dew. Such love, thought Willow. And often, very often, Willow found the path to the deepest part of the forest. There she would seek the silent company of Bear. She let the storm embrace her in the rumbling of the thunder and the splitting of the skies. And when she needed it most, Bear held her hand and helped her cry until the rain stopped, the skies cleared, and the fireflies whispered into the night. You are stronger than you know, stronger than you know, stronger than you know. Friends, better days will come. This too shall pass. You are stronger than you know.